What up, people? What up, people? Is somebody barbecuing up in here? Because we smoking the market. Boy, boy. Look like we got a brand new record here. 16 wins and no losses. 100% win streak for the week. We do have 4 trades still running going into next week. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it was a record week, over 1,300 pips for last week, 16 wins and no losses. So we are just doing our thing. We're running right along. So if you guys ever want to join us, just go to superezcopycat.com. And as soon as you get there, just go right to our website and select whichever package floats your boat best. Matter of fact, let me pull it up for you guys. It's Super Easy Copycat, the cat. Meow, meow, meow. Oh my goodness, boy. This is the best way to start a new year. All right, let me do this. superezcopycat.com. And then we're going to get into the news, and then I'm going to go through the charts to kind of give you guys a heads up on what I'm expecting. Don't forget this Monday is going to be the inauguration day for the president. So I think also it is a holiday. So I think the markets may be a little sleepy on that day. So either way it goes, let me show you their website. So just go here to superezcopycat.com, click on the join button, and there you go. Once you sign up, and this is a question we get all the time, once you click on here, select the package you want, and you sign up, just go right back to this link right here, and you'll see, instead of it saying tutorials and downloads, it'll be a button that says login. Just click on the login, use the username and password that you created during the checkout process, and this will then pop up, and you'll be able to go right into the tutorials and downloads, and you'll be able to be walking right through how to set up the system in a matter of minutes and all that easy peasy stuff. So again, if you want to be copied on our trades, that's fine. If not, and you want to continue to come to my Wednesday classes, just come on through. I'm available every Wednesday still. Okay. I think I'm the only. Well, no, I'm not the only person, but I'm one of the few people who still do live classes where you can come through, ask questions, and dialogue with me, okay? So feel free to do that. Now, we do have news that's coming up for this week, so let me pull up this. This week, we have on the agenda, as I showed you guys, this is Monday, and so on Monday, we have this red folder, which means Inauguration Day. Inauguration Day, if you're in a different part of the world, because we do have people watching me globally, Inauguration Day means Presidential Day. This is the day that President Trump is going to take office, so they're going to have a big hoopla ceremony for it, and so that's that. In addition to that, there's some kind of holiday on Monday, so the markets may be slow, so just anticipate that, okay? All right, now, let's get to some news that is going to be bothersome. I know we have the unemployment rates, but that's not the one that bothers me. It's right here. The cats are coming out with the inflation numbers, and they're coming up with inflation. Okay, so that's that. Then if we scroll down further, and as you can see, I'm on my FX book, and I'm doing the economic calendar. Okay, so that's where I go to look at news. NZD is coming out with inflation rates, so be aware of that. The NZD, okay, they make it as a yellow folder when it should be red foldered. But it's on Tuesday, okay? And then if we scroll down further, the JPY is going to be coming out with news. Of course, you got this news, which is retail numbers. This is going to affect the stock market a little bit more than y'all, but for the Forex market. But here's the deal. Let's go down right here. Interest rates right here. So Bank of Japan is coming out with their interest rates, so you really want to pay close attention to that. And they don't really put out what time they do it. They just do it, okay? So they got their inflation numbers and their interest rates on the same day, which is good because at least you're getting both of the reports at the exact same time on the same day. They're not separating it like the U.S. does. U.S. has NFP, then they have a separate date for the inflation numbers, then they have a separate date for their core inflation, interest rates, and NFP. Those are the 3 big ones for the U.S. So they separate, at least you're getting everything in one day, okay? And there's a couple of more that's going to cause a little bit of shaking, rattling, and rolling. But if you're not a person who trades the London session anyway, it really ain't going to matter, all right? So now let's get to your charts. Let's get to the charts. All right, guys. Here we go, right here, like Dak Prescott. Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go. So right here, I'm looking, as you guys can see, I'm really going to be focusing on Ocean Wave because you want to trade with the trend, not against it. And so my time frame I like to look at is the 30-minute time frame. Okay, so we do see that price action is consistently hovering on the 30-minute, and this is GBP CAD. So therefore, with that being said, I'm looking at the 15-minute, and you can see it clearly crossed over. So if I was to take a trade on this one, I would actually be on the buyer's side. Make sense? All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's go to GA. GA is looking a little bit sloppy and is still in the downtrend, so I'm not ready for a literal buy on this one just yet. Things could change, but again, in the meantime, it's still heading to the downside. Every time it looks like it want to go up, it drops it back down. But that doesn't mean that it won't turn back around, because if we look at it on the Sexy Analyst, and go to the 4-hour time frame, see it's sitting right here on support, but this support can break through, and if it does, then we're looking at, and let me make my head smaller here. All right, let me move myself out the way, put me there. Then that means it could hit down to this level here, and that will be at the 1.94850 range, somewhere around in this area right here. So if it breaks through this level, we're looking at this new demand zone down here around the 995 120 area, something around there. It could come down here. This will be the next support. Okay, so that is what we're looking at. Let's take a look at GN. This one has done a flag pattern, but again, this thing could pop up and then break back down, and if it does, the next support level on this one is going to be 21.16.235, somewhere around in that area. Okay, so just be aware that this will be the next area of support right here if it breaks through this level here. Okay, now it could come down here, stabilize, retest this low right here, and pop up and go up. But again, if not, then we got a problem. Houston, we have a problem. Let me go here to a different window, and what I'll do is I'll put them side by side so you guys can see that. So let's go to the Ocean Wave, and let's put it on the 30-minute, and this is on GN. Okay, so basically that's what we're looking at. This has still been in a long-term downtrend, so you know whether it's worth fighting the trend or not, I don't know, but that's up to you. All right, let's go here to AU. AU on the has been in a sideways action, which you can see right here. Let's go over here and see what AU is looking at. What are you talking about? See, been in a long downtrend. Okay. It did bounce here, came up, and now it's starting to pull back down. It could come back down and retest this level here. If it tests this level here, if it retests this demand zone here, by the way, let me do this so you guys can see it a bit better. Give me a second. I'm going to change the color of my demand zone so it'll be a little bit brighter. This is part of the Sexy Analyst system. So you got your supply and demand zone, support and resistance, everything you need, trend lines, everything that's pre-built in there. So why don't we make this a little bit brighter, change the color to something that you guys can see a little bit easier. Let's try that blue, which is Dodger blue, and see. Okay, now you can see it a little bit better. All right. And oops, let me close that out. And I'll save this template. Anytime you make any changes to your templates, go back in and resave it. So here we go. I'm going to click there, click here, and there we go. So now you can see it sitting in the demand zone. So if it does break down, it'll probably come back down and retest this demand zone. And that'll put us around at the 61.4 area, 0.614 area, if it breaks back down to that level. And let's take a look at this. But again, it's not looking pretty. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. It's not looking pretty on here. So bottom line, that's what I will be looking at. Okay. And it's showing this chop area right here. All this chop. That's what the Ocean Wave is showing you. Because really, if you look at it, it's just chop. It's really nothing sexy about it. Okay. All right. So now let's get to the next one. ACAD. Now ACAD popped off on Friday. Yeah. See, that's in an uptrend. Let's take a look at ACAD. All right. Let's take a look at ACAD. Drop that bad boy over here. All right. And let's go to the 30-minute. And this is what I'm talking about. See, when you can see, and wait, let me do this. This is why I scrunch mines up. I don't like to see that accordion move. I don't like all that. So I scrunch it real tight, you know, so I can see what's popping off. And I can clearly see here, or this is another thing you can do. So let's pull this back down, and then I'm going to go here and pull this type right here. So I'm holding on my left mouse, going to the price line, and I'm pulling it that way. And you can see it went in a downtrend, and then it crossed over, and there we go. If you got in on the 15-minute, you would have really made some really big money already. Because it's already made it move up here. That's about 40 pips to the upside, but it is above the 30 line, so I would continue to be a buyer of this one. It'll probably come back and retest first, but that's what I would be doing. I would not try to be a big seller of it. However, like I said, you can see long term, it went down, and now I think it'll continue back up, but I think it'll probably do a pullback first. See that? I think it'll do a pullback first. So that may be in the cards for that one. A Swissy, starting with the 4-hour time frame. Again, this is another one of those where it's just chop, chop, chop. So I'm actually not going to do an analysis on that. Moving on. Okay, so this one is AJ. AJ, again, be aware that news came out. It's coming out, rather, this week on AJ for what is that? Give me a second. Let me pull it up. It's coming out on what day? That one is coming out Thursday. Okay, so make sure that if you have trades, just be aware that there's going to be some spiking and hopping and popping going on, okay, on the JPY pairs. Okay, so bottom line is this one hit support right here. It hit into the demand zone and shot out of there like a frog in a hot pot of water. Okay, so what do I expect on this one? Not much. I think it will do a pullback, and then it potentially can go to the upside. Let's see what the ocean is talking about on this one, and it's looking kind of nasty. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just nasty. So again, not my favorite. I wouldn't really bother with it. A NZD, as you can see, a hot mess. Nothing to look at. Guys, here's the point. Don't have such a favorite pair until you can't see the problem. When some of these, they're just too choppy. And if it's going to be that way, just move on to something else. This is another one. Just too choppy. You had a good buying opportunity, selling opportunity rather up here. Remember I told you the first lower high. So here's a high, drop, came back up, lower high, and drop. All right. That was your opportunity. Same thing here. Here was a high, drop, boom. Any of these lower highs, you could have made money. Lower high, made money. Okay. Because you can clearly see it's in the downtrend. Moving on, same thing here. This is why I keep telling you guys, this is a beautiful strategy. Once you identify the high, or if you miss the high with the 415 strategy, that's okay. Wait for it to drop and come back and retest, even whatever it stops at, that stopping point, that's a drop opportunity, okay? That one was about 100 and something pips. It came up here, dropped to the next support. That was another 1,900 pips, and it keeps doing the same thing all the way down, okay? Let's take a look. Again, this one is choppy and sideways. We already made money on this one last time when I told you guys to get in on the head and shoulders pattern. So you see you made money on that one. There's anybody who took that trade when I sent it out, that was a free layup. That was about 130 pips free. Okay, I ain't giving away free trades every week, but I'm just helping you guys to see. Now, let me give you one free one. Let's just speed forward to one that I will tell you to keep your eye on. See, every time this was the high, you got it. So now, look, creates a higher point and then drop. Get in and sell it. Once it hits support, get out. Does it again, get in, sell to the support. Get in, sell to the support. Get in, sell to the support. Okay, so if you have the Sexy Analyst system, which is on our website, superezforex.com, and just look for the Sexy Analyst system, it comes with all of this already. You don't even have to mark your charts up, okay? Let's go here, take a look at Euro USD. Euro USD, I think it still has some room for potential downside. Ooh, look at there, it already did, huh? No, I think it has potential to go to the downside. Let's take a look at here. That's ugly. You see what I mean? Just ugly. So let's bunch it up, tighten it up, hold on to the left mouse and tighten it up so we can see the overall. And you can see overall it's actually still in a consistent downtrend. This is saying down. So if it was me looking at this, I would potentially look for it to retest down into this demand zone, which will put you right around the 0.1918 area. So I'm looking for it to go down, continue to go down to the downside. All right, let's look at EG. That thing popped up because the G pairs went down. So this one I'm looking at potentially this week. It may have a drop. So keep an eye on it. Let's check it from the daily. And you can see it's hitting against the resistance line. So again, I would look for a sell setup on that one pretty soon. It already started. There was the arrow right there on the 15-minute. But again, what happens every Sunday? Every Sunday, it goes back up to the trend. So the trend is up. So I'm assuming that it may go back up before it drops. Okay. All right. This one here. Ooh, that was ugly. Nothing to see. Nothing to see. Don't try to analyze something if you can't. If you're looking at it and you're like, man, that's a hot mess, then trust it's a hot mess. Okay. Nothing to see there. Okay. Nothing to see here. I see that these, now see, this is here. Tricky. This could be tricky because again, this is what I'm saying on Euro AUD. See how it went up and then it just stopped right here and it's heading back down. I think this is going to continue to go back down. Let's go ahead and check this one on the Ocean Wave, and that is GU, right? So GU, same exact thing. See, tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. As you can see, it's still consistently below the main wave. So I would only be looking for sales. And you can see this is still saying sell. My MACD is saying sell. This right here is showing ugliness. So I would still look to a downside. It may find a bottom over here at the range of 2107. 2107 might be the foundation for it to retest and create a actual bottom, but you know, we'll see. All right, same thing here. Nothing to see. It's pretty ugly, but this is potentially going to the upside now, and that's NCAT. So let's put that over here. Why do I say that? Here's the reason why. And let me move this line out the way. Potentially, and I always pull it tight, pull it tight, pull it tight. This is ugly, but what do we see? We see that price is just moving choppy, slowly getting there. But either way it goes, what is it saying? It's clearly still above the main wave. Still above the main wave here. So if anything, I would be a buyer, but it would be better just to leave things alone because it doesn't look that pretty. All right, same thing here. Just chop, nothing to see. There is one pair, and we're about to get to it, that I do see something. I knew this was popping up. I knew it. I absolutely freaking knew it. This created a big chop zone. See that? Judas chop! And when that happens, price action will continue, go up here. It'll consolidate and then do a breakout to the upside in the same direction as the original trend. Okay? See that? Trending up, chop, go sideways, and it's starting to do a breakout and potentially go to the upside. So if it was me, I would actually just leave this one alone. This one is not pretty at all. Now, here's the one that's going to catch my attention for the week. Okay, let's go here. And that is this one. Okay. Now, again, due to the inauguration and all that kind of stuff, the president coming in, he trying to make the dollar the king again. Anything can happen. So I wouldn't take this trade with a lot of lot sizes, even if I did. But I clearly see a head and shoulders pattern, just like we saw on the Euro AUD or Euro NZD, the free trade that I sent out to you guys, and y'all made money and didn't say thank you, didn't say nothing. Y'all ain't say a single word. You're welcome. Yippee! All right. So anyway, this is the one that I would keep my eye on just to see if it actually stays here, maintains this level, and then retest, because we got the head and shoulder. See, here's a shoulder. Here's the head. Here's the shoulder. Okay. Here's the head. Here's a shoulder. And everybody who has one shoulder has another. Okay. So again, here's the head. One shoulder on the left. One shoulder on the right. Y'all see that? So this is the one that has my attention. Now, there's two things that could potentially happen with three. One, it can stay here and go sideways for a little bit and then drop. Or it can actually break up through here because of the new president coming in on Monday. And it could retest. And if it goes up and breaks past this resistance level, then from here, I'm expecting, let me show you guys. What I'm expecting is it to retest this area, and that will put us at the 91, just say 9200 area. Okay, it'll put us at the 9200 area. Okay, that's what I'm seeing for that one. And let's take a look at one more, and that's UJ. Okay, and see how it hit that high, drops down, create a lower high, and that is your entry point. Okay, you don't have to try to find where's the high. You may not find it, but once it start creating these higher highs or lower lows, just like this, when it was heading up, here's the low point, went up, drop back. See that? That low was higher than this one. Get in. Once it hit resistance, get out. It drops down, hit here. Then guess what? Once it shoots up, boom, you in it. As soon as it hits this resistance, get out. It drops down, hit the support, get back in. And you can continue to do that all the way and just keep playing it. Cool. So that's what I see. But this one here is going to be the Stevie Wonder for me because he can see that as well. This is a clear head and shoulders. But again, the dollar may do some jumping and leaping like a frog because of the new president coming in. All right. With that being said, guys, I'll go ahead and end this video. Again, if you want to be copied on our trades and you want to see how the copier work, you can actually go to our website, superezcopycat.com. And right here, you'll be able to play an actual short 1 or 2 minute video. And you'll see me take a trade over here. And then you'll see me, you'll see that people are getting copied on the trade over here. So this is what yours would look like. It might be blue. Yours might be orange. It doesn't matter. Bottom line is, you'll see that you're just setting this up, and then I'm going to take a trade on this, and it's going to pop up on here over here. So this is what this is. And then when you're ready to join, just click this button and click that button. Once you have joined, okay, you go during the checkout process, you're going to create a username and password. When you do that, what you want to do is go right back here, and instead of just saying tutorials and downloads, it's going to say login. You're going to click on the login button, and then this is going to change to what you're seeing here, which is tutorials and downloads, and just go through the short tutorials and you'll be all set. Okay. All right, you guys have a great trading week, and I'll talk to you soon.